Excited for the win. Winning is hard. We got to enjoy them. And looking forward to now, thinking about the Caymans.
Coach, a little bit of a shorter bench tonight. Was Ish available?
Well, he could have been. We've had the flu bug running through the team this week, and he was pretty bad yesterday, and I was just trying to see if we could get him an extra day of rest so that he could be better in the Caymans.
You feel like there were stretches with the holiday break coming up that were just kind of lack of focus for a little bit?
No, I thought Coach Menzies did a great job in the zone and his man switching. Sometimes he would switch from zone to man on 2 passes, sometimes on 4 passes. They switched up. So we weren't allowed to. It took away our ability to wear them down on the offensive end to play with pace. And so that really slowed the game down the second half. In the first half, I thought when they were in the zone, other than a few lapses, we got pretty good shots, and Cam Carter did a great job. Keontae did a good job of making shots. And so, but in the second half, I give him credit for what they did on their end.
Going up against a defense that does what you just mentioned like that, is that kind of a good learning point to move forward?
Yeah, we're going to look at it and figure out how some things that we can do different. When we were able just to run zone sets against the zone, I thought we got good looks, and when we were able to run man sets against the man, we got good looks. And so now we have to learn how, when they stall us, how to keep that thing moving. And so I think that this is really going to help us.
And when you guys go down to the Caymans, obviously you anticipate playing a lot of games in a short amount of time. How important is it to use pretty much everybody that's going to be available on the bench when you're down there?
Man, we're going to use whoever we need to use to figure out how to win that game. And the hardest game to win is the first one, and we're going to do what we got to do. And if it means playing 11, we'll play 11. If it's playing 6, we'll play 6, whatever it takes.
Joe, they were pretty close rebounding-wise. What was it? Just something that they were doing, or was it kind of an effort situation? Or?
Did you see them? They are huge. I mean, they are huge. They're probably as big of a team as we're going to face all year long. And so, yeah, they were just huge. A part of the rebounding thing, though, too, is that, I think we lost by 1 defensive rebound. We had more offensive rebounds than they did, I believe. And but when you turn them over 22 times, that's 22 shots they don't get up that give you a chance to defensive rebound. So those numbers get skewed in that also.
You like to go 2 for 1 at the end of first halves a bit this year. Weren't able to tonight. What's kind of the
did
approach?
A good job. Yeah, we didn't get it all quick enough. I was hoping to get the shot up a little bit quicker so that we had that chance. But
out there, you thought you had a chance there?
Yeah. Coach Menzies, they did a good job. But we got to turnover, and then we didn't secure the ball. That would have gotten us the second shot. So.
We talked to Desi and Cam and Keontae just a bit ago. They talked about the thing that they were probably disappointed the most was their own defensive communication. Was that kind of a point of emphasis after the game when you spoke to them?
Yeah, we're going to go back and look at it, see how much of it was their communication, how much of it was the staff's game plan, and we're going to look at that. Everybody has to look themselves in the mirror and figure out how we can do better and to help the team. So we'll look into that.
How meaningful can it be for a guy like Cam Carter to kind of see the ball go in the hoop a few times like it did in the first half?
No, it's great, and I was very disappointed that he didn't get another catch-and-shoot 3 attempt in the second half. And, as teammates, when you have a teammate who's going like that's got to be something that you're actively seeking, let's keep him rolling, and so that we're going to look at and address.
Desi, obviously, in the last few minutes, went on a pretty big heater there with a couple of layups, took that charge. How important is it to have someone who's a little bit older, maybe a little bit more experienced, kind of take over a leadership role on the court where the game's kind of close at the end and he steps up and makes those plays?
I feel like we've brought in multiple guys who at any point in time can score double figures. And so when they were focused, obviously, on Marquise, making it hard on him. They were focused on Keontae. right? And so that's when Desi had his opportunities because they can't take everything away. And so you appreciate his toughness and, just his aggressiveness there at the end, wanting to do what it takes for us to win.
And then obviously at Cal, like you said, Marquise and Keontae were kind of the ones to step up in the closing minutes, and tonight you have Desi do it. How important is it to have multiple guys you can step up in those closing minutes and get you a bucket or take a key charge like he did tonight?
No, it's very important to have balance, to have a balanced team. That's we talk about that all the time. I tell them, I want different guys at the podium after every game. My goal is to have 9 guys interviewed by Chris Button or Holly Rowe after the game. 9 different dudes on 9 different games. That's the goal. So when you have that kind of balance, it's hard for the other team to prepare for you.
And then Desi said that he thinks that they might be playing the score a little bit too much, considering the lead that kind of went away tonight and at Cal. Can you agree with that, or what's your assessment of that kind of opinion that he has?
There's a maturity that our team has to continue to make that's going to allow us to play every possession. Like we talk about going 1-0 and every possession, and I don't know that we've executed that yet.
I know stats aren't everything, but you look down, you got Bebe and David combining for 3 and under 10 at the center position tonight. What do you want to see more out of that spot moving forward?
Well, I would like to see them make layups, and I thought we had opportunities for layups that they turned into jump shots, and so we're going to go back and show them and see where they can have some opportunities there. I felt like those guys drifted too much tonight rather than staying close to the rim, because it should have been the game plan was to get them more scores 2 feet in the paint facing the goal, and we didn't execute that part of it.
And where did you think the energy level was from your guys at the very start of the game?
Very good. Not very good. Even when we were up, I didn't think we had great energy. I thought we allowed them to run their offense. Not what I feel like we're used to. Now, part of that is what we've gone through the last few days, having multiple guys sick, not with the flu or whatever it is that they've had, where they have to miss practice or not be able to practice as much and stuff. So, that could be part of it. Part of it is human nature. Maybe they were thinking about the islands before it came, and but it's always good to learn from a win, and so we're gonna learn some stuff from this.
Another highlight reel pass from Noel to a dunk. Are they practicing that, or are they taking time in the gym to work on those kind of plays?
I think Keith has a knack for the flair, for the flashy play, and obviously the fans like it and all of that, but it's still 2 points, right? And I'm glad the fans like it.
Yeah, Coach, I was just curious if you could talk a little bit more about Cam and that first half and the way he was shooting it.
Man, Cam Carter worked really hard, right? He is relentless in the gym, and he knew he had to improve his shooting, right? And the fact that he's being rewarded for all that hard work, it's a joy as a coach to see. And he probably could have made 8 tonight if we had gotten him enough looks, and so we gotta figure that out.
What do you figure his potential to be this season? It's been nice to be able to see him, progress these first couple games.
I just want to see him keep getting better, right? And keep getting better. And I tell the guys this, winning allows everyone to achieve what they want to achieve, right? And so let's focus on winning, and then all the other things, his potential, all those things will come.
Coach, do you have a number on how many perfect minutes of basketball you played tonight?
No, it didn't even feel like, I don't know. We weren't it wasn't. I had to keep reminding myself hey, stay positive, stay up, because it wasn't there. I think y'all saw it, right? We didn't have as many hustle plays. There wasn't many deflections. It just wasn't there for whatever reason, right? And maybe we practiced too long. Maybe we're gonna go look at everything to figure out how to get it right. Maybe it's the 5:30 game instead of the 7 o'clock game. there could be a bunch of variables, but we didn't have the energy we needed to have today for enough of a. I don't think we improved in our minutes today.
And it seems like Kansas City kind of gave you some struggles on inbounds plays. Is that something you guys can improve on?
They run this. It's a tricky zone thing, and when we executed our play right, Keontae got a 3 in the corner, and he got a drive on the baseline, and then I think we got another drive, or it would have been a wide open 3 if we had reversed the ball one more time. So, I mean, we could pretty much get what we wanted from it. We had to execute it.
Coach, I want to ask you, we've seen all around college basketball some Power 5 schools lose to non-Power 5 schools. Just, you sit here and talk about, you have to remind yourself, enjoy the win. But is that even more true to just realize, hey, we won considering what's going on around college basketball?
Yeah, I mean, just think about this. I think Coach Menzies has 11 new guys on his team, and, I mean, they're not babies. Those are grown men out there, right? And so this game was scheduled before I got here, and I mean, just think about some of the other games, like the Pac-12 schools going on the road to SWAC schools, and I mean, you see it all. There's such parity now because of the transfer portal, right? And so you don't know what you're running into when you schedule the game a year out or 2 years. So, you have to enjoy these wins, man. I mean, A&M just got ranked 24th in the country, and they go out to Myrtle Beach and lose to Murray State. I mean, so you got to enjoy the wins and then learn from what you can. So.
Anything else for Coach?
I just want to my thoughts and prayers go out to Tony Bennett and the group at Virginia, the football staff there, and the young men who lost their lives, and we're praying for healing. It's tough. It's tough. I know they're going to play Baylor tomorrow night, and we just watching those kids. I think I saw one of their teams compete the other night, and the coach after the game, she couldn't even enjoy it, because they were hurting. And so college basketball, college staffs across the country, we mourn the loss of, senseless loss of lives, and just pray for those families involved.